sit, I'm straight under the light. So, good morning world. This is Jeanine Heard from Rich and Happiness, coming live to you, being enlightened this morning. It seems like in Berlin in Germany, the angels are being born, and I am one of the angels this morning. That's getting enlightened. Let me see. Good morning, Joy. Good morning, Anna, Marina, Christina, Gunice. I hope I pronounced your name correct. Talia, Marina, Joanna, Frank. So cool. You guys are catching me live this morning while I am being enlightened with our weekly money magic talk. Good morning, Nala. It's been such a cool week. So many exciting things. I had so many big, super huge aha moments. And I want to share a couple with you in this money talk. And let me know also when you're catching the replay in the comments, if it's the first time you're catching me live here. I've been doing this now for 15 weeks in a row. 15. So there are a lot of live talks and they've been amazing. So many different topics, and you will see that it took me 15 videos to be enlightened on video. No, I don't know what's the matter here at WeWork. As you can see, the lighting is like everywhere where you could sit, you have straight the light. Good morning, Jeanine. Good morning, Jeanine, from Jeanine. So, my biggest aha moment, I wanted to talk to our first time live. Oh, how cool. Exciting. Love it. What I wanted to talk about, and I still can't insert this. So, I don't know if you've been to Berlin in Germany. However, I always find it amazing that in the city, and I'm not saying this in like, I don't like you, Berlin. Obviously, I'm born, grown up here, so I love the city, deep connection. However, especially since this year, I've been traveling so much. I've seen so many different countries, cities. I always find it amazing how many people are begging in Berlin, like on the street. Public transportation, I feel it's not that I'm counting, but it's just my gut feeling. It's more than anywhere else I've been to this year. And I found this so interesting and made me contemplate why I never, and don't get me wrong, it's not about the money. It's more a gut feeling, why I never have the gut feeling to give a beggar money. And I know some people will say, like, how can she do it? This is not like what I'm financially capable of. This is more my gut feeling of why is it that I don't feel like giving beggars money in general. And this contemplation I've received in Berlin. And when I answered this for myself, the answer was because I deeply believe that we all are worthy. We all have something how we can be in service to the world. Different things. And begging, to me, is a sign of I don't see my own self-worth. I don't see that I'm valuable, and I feel I can't be in service. I have nothing to offer. And of course, this is my belief in how I see it and my translation of that. And I feel like I don't desire to feed this. I just don't. If the person, however, would come to me and not ask for money and say like, hey, I don't know, I want to get my ass up, I want to change my life, like, can you help me? I would immediately say, yes, I'm in. And this has been changing a lot because I see people in their power. I also see beggars in their power, and every time I'm seeing people on the street, I'm thinking, and this has changed in my life profoundly. But for quite a while, for a couple of years, every time I'm thinking, wow, if this person would get their things together and would be on stage speaking about the experiences of life, they've halved, those people would be the biggest speakers. The duality they've experienced in this lifetime have been insane. There's so much wisdom, so much knowledge to share. But in order for this to happen, I have to see all people, not just the beggars, in their power as powerful human beings. And super important, the beggar, the other person on the end, you on this live stream, also you have to feel as a powerful person. And I think this is just magical. So yesterday I was having lunch with my aunt. It's actually really beautiful to be back in Berlin because all of my family is living here and I'm seeing so many friends, so many family members. It's truly a blessing. I haven't seen my family for 2 years now and it's really beautiful. So yesterday I spent an afternoon with my aunt, and what happened is a lot of beggars came, and I thought it hit me so hard. Even in English we say, when it comes to money, we say, let's make money, right? It's like the general expression we use. It's like, let's make more money. Let's make money. Let's make some money. Let's make more money. But every time when it's related to earning, if we're not conscious, we use a phrase of to make money. And this indicates, for me, that things I'm making, I use my own hands, I use physical action, my own physical power in order to make something. Isn't it true? We would never say, unless we are very conscious and aware of it, hey, let me receive more money, because this is an option. This is an option. It's so, you don't have to make more money. Yes, you can. However, there's also the option of being able to receive more money. It's a complete different frequency. And the beggars on the street, they are not making money, they are receiving money. And my aunt, she just is the funniest. She can truly be the funniest. Also said, told me that one time she asked the beggars how much they make on average a day. And a lot of them, she said, told her, yeah, like 100 euros. And if you work like minimum wage, I don't know how much it is, like 10, 12 euros an hour, times 8 hours, a beggar makes more and tax-free than someone that works minimum wage. Probably not all of them, but this was very interesting if you think about it. The one frequency they master is a frequency of receiving. They master unconsciously, I'm pretty sure, the highest secrets about money, which is like, I just ask for money and I receive. Not saying this is a vibe and this is what we should become. It's more, I hope you get me, you understand me, how I mean this. It is more about understanding the polarity of life. If man has to exist, woman has to, and the other way around, that we always need both in us. So there is a frequency of making more money, and it's really through the work, better skills, more doing, like really the action, the physical action. And we don't have to teach about this because society taught you all about it since you're a little child. It's all about making, doing things. You're capable of the action part. I don't have to teach you the action part. It's a different level when we're talking about taking uncomfortable action. Uncomfortable action is action out of your comfort zone. This is a whole different story, but in general, you understand the part of how to make more money via your physical action, why you're going to work, why you're working harder, why you're taking on more responsibility, yada, yada, yada. And then there's the other frequency, which I find so fascinating, and it took me really a long time to master. But every time people say, like, how was it possible that you've generated so many millions from year on in your business, growing with the audience you're having, It is because I've mastered the second part of how I can get money, and that is receive. I ask, I received. I ask, I received. And it's a very, very different frequency. And this is actually a frequency in which money of any amount can come fast to you, easy. However, it will come in very, very different ways than making money. It is also a frequency which you can't explain with your logical mind. I can't explain you with a logical mind why people invest 250,000, 400,000 euros in a one-on-one coaching with me. You know, it doesn't make logical sense. But there's a frequency of receiving. Hello from Vienna. How beautiful. Oh, I haven't been to Vienna in a long time. Hello, Mia. What a beautiful name. Thank you for saying hi. I always love it when you guys say hi. And this is something I've seen in my own journey and in most of my clients' journeys, that no one has taught you how to receive money, how to master the frequency of receiving, to truly understand that there is the yin and the yang, and getting money. There's the making money and the receiving money. And if this is something you guys love, of course I forgot to put this, but I'm putting it now. This is, I will give you, it's next week, I think on Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. I'm prepared as perfectly when it comes to dates as always. Next Wednesday or Thursday, I'm hosting a really, really special masterclass about receiving money, understanding this frequency. Where is it coming from? How can you adopt? How can you master this? And this is really cool because I've posted, I don't know if you guys read it, I highly recommend it to you. I've posted something which I thought, can I do this? Should I do this? Is this something we do in the coaching industry? And the post was about that once you enter the coaching industry, or you kind of look at it from the outside, it seems like everyone makes millions, super easy, super fast, it's no work. I'm just here, hi, I'm Jeanine, I'm a coach, pay me. And people do. And then it seems like every year you are having exponential growth in your coaching business, but you don't have to do anything for it. It just happens. Yada, yada, yada. And it's it seems to be a thing just to post how much money I'm making. And my business followed these rules, at least from the outside, the first 4 years perfectly. And I would like to emphasize my personal focus in my business in the beginning was also to have the highest sales possible, maximize on selling and income. And this is how I've generated about 13 million in 4 years. This was the focus. I've worked a lot for it. People didn't see behind the scenes. I mean, I wrote a best-selling book. I think the podcast had, in the end, the German podcast had about 280 podcast episodes. I think I've produced about 20 social, like, online courses. So if you think about this, it's quite a lot. I don't know how many Facebook and Instagram lives I did on top. A lot. If you've been in my world the last 4 years, you've been seeing me a lot. And so from the outside, everything was perfect. I thought, cool, this is how it's supposed to be, yada yada. And by the end of last year, I've already felt like it's cool. I've mastered the topic, of earning, making and receiving money a lot. At least for myself, I would judge as a lot. And I thought, like, okay, but what's motivated me for 4 years, making more money and more and more and more and more, and becoming faster and making higher amounts, didn't fulfill me anymore. It didn't lit me up. It was not like, wow. And the thing is, and that's why a lot of people don't master manifesting money, because you don't have a strong desire. So for the first time this year, my income actually dropped from about 3 million the last years to 1. I mean, till now, we still have 2 months, see what happens. So a lot of people would say, like, how can you do this? You can't talk about it. You're a business and money coach. And however, this year has been so profound important to me and my own personal growth and my own personal journey, because I simply was not interested in money anymore. There was no desire of making more and more and more and more and more and more. I felt my soul was asking for something else. And I posted this yesterday, that I had a session with a shaman in the beginning of the year. And the shaman asked me, like, okay, what are you doing, like, for work? Like, that's not how he said it, but it was about, like, how are you being in service? So I told him what I'm doing. And then he asked me, how is your soul being expressed in your business? And I'm like, what? What is it that you want from me? I don't understand. So I thought about it, and I posted in yesterday's post, I'm no machine, I'm no robot. Meaning, if I don't have an answer, it's not falling from the sky. And this question hit me very hard, and I felt like I desired to contemplate it because I didn't have an answer. And the way I'm wired is like, I try, and then I feel if this works for me, if this is aligned, if I'm like lit up or not. And it took me a very, very long time. Also, I mean, how are we, what's long, what's not. But for myself, in Jeanine's, the one who's actually usually pretty fast, like on fire, doing her things, it took me from January till now, end of October, that's 10 months, to contemplate on this question. Why is my business here? How do I love my soul to be part of my business? What is it that's important? What is it that I want to birth to this planet? And I didn't have an answer. And I felt what once used to motivate me and used to drive me, making more money, didn't anymore. And I realized the more I'm pushing on money, the less I'm manifesting. And why? Not because the money was not available or we're in interesting external conditions, but the part is, we can't manifest something we don't truly desire. And I didn't truly desire more money. I just still desired my beautiful lifestyle, which I can maintain with $1 million. So I thought for a very long time, hey, am I going to talk about this? Because everything happens in seasons, right? We have spring, summer, autumn, winter. And although the business world, and especially the coaching world, teaches us that we only should be in a season of summer, like growth, I experienced that myself and my business, we've been also in a season of winter this year so far. And I just feel like I'm spring, I'm waking up, and it's time for a new phase. And I've learned so much about this. Because, first of all, I saw how I still can teach everything I know, how my clients had insane results this year, financially, with their business, personally. The transformations have been insane. And at the same time, I can allow myself that my focus, my own personal focus in my business is right on something else. And this was really for me to understand a deeper why. A different level of why does my business want to exist? Why do I want to exist? And what's the purpose? What is it that I want? What kind of impact do I want to have? And it took me 10 months to figure this out. And I think there is personally nothing wrong. We all have seasons in our life. And some people just live a personal season and it doesn't affect their business at all. And I haven't mastered this yet. I'm not even sure if it's something I desire to master at this point. Instead, I loved that I felt, hey, this year was a year for myself, a year to nurture me, Jeanine, to nurture my soul. I loved that I had the capabilities to work less, to have less close proximity clients, that it was not about the money, that I just could follow my soul, what was needed, desired, that I could follow this path of how can I fill up my cup more than before, not financially. And for this, I don't know if you know anything about human design. I'm a 2-line, so I understood this also on a deeper level, how important it is for my 2-line to take time off, to not be available. And wherever you are in your business, do an honest check-in. What you truly desire, especially financially, is it something you truly want, or you think, oh, it's a cool thing, it's a hip thing, so I can say, oh, I'm a millionaire's coach, yada, yada, yada. Because if that's the case, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not going to work. You will, with this desire, when it's not true in frequency, not true in origin, you will always be on the frequency of making money. And that is always going to be, you make more money by working harder and more. And of course, we're capable of it. But I personally believe life is not about this. Yeah? And the other part is the moment you actually find out what you truly desire, what that is. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's a certain amount of clients working for a certain price, X hours, whatever it is. You have at least a prerequisite to be able to touch the frequency of receiving money. And I want to remind you, first of all, we're having the masterclass. If you haven't signed up, sign up now. Don't understand why you haven't signed up. Of course, if you're part of the riches, no need to worry. If you haven't heard about the riches, I will tell you about the riches. It's a 1-year journey, and everything I'm offering for the full year, the moment you join, you will have access to. So, except one-on-one coaching and masterminds, but all trainings, all masterclasses, all programs, literally everything else is inclusive. And we've just launched a new part. If you haven't heard about it, this is I feel like I'm most excited. The next thing we've just launched this week, if you haven't realized, Jeanine's Personal Insights. And this is something I feel like my soul desired this. So I've done so many coachings and trainings, and what always happened was, like, after a training, I'm there next day or immediately afterwards implementing, and then I'm asking myself, once I'm like literally in the doing part, I'm wondering what kind of tools my coach would use. Are they planning their social media? How are they creating their reels? How are they creating the videos? How are they launching the podcast? Like, there's so many providers. Who do they use? And their website? Like, is this like WordPress? Is there something cooler? What are the designs? Yada, yada, yada. And I was, till today, I'm always looking for the tools for my personal life, for my business life, which automate as much as possible. And in Jeanine's Personal Insights, plus it's like super cheap, it's only $200 a month. I'm sharing. It's like really, I always say you're in a way a paparazzi, but you don't have to do the work. You just can receive the answers. You're the paparazzi into my private and business world, and I'm sharing. I'm sharing all the cues you have. So there's always going to be like a topic, and I talk about it and how I'm using the tools and which tools, books, music, whatever, prayers, affirmations. And the Personal Insights, they also have a part in which you just can ask your questions. And depending on obviously how many questions are there, but once a week I'm in there and answering the cues you are having. So it's really, really cool to join. I think this is the best of the best. I've created this membership. It's a 6 months commitment, and literally, how am I navigating through lows? How am I navigating through highs? If you feel like, hey, I'm missing a deeper meaning, and I feel like I'm missing a deeper context of my business and everything. Okay, how did you navigate through this? Okay, I will tell you the shaman I've talked to. I will tell you the books I read, the music I listened to, the mantra, how I move my body, what I'm doing. Like literally, this is a how-tos. And there's no coaching. It's just pure personal insights. And this is so valuable because I've tried, especially when it comes to business context, I've tried so many things. And not everything I've liked. So everything I'm sharing in there is really things I'm personally using or I personally can recommend. So this is going to be so cool. The best part about this is, about the personal insights, you can use your monthly credit, the $200, and use it for any other program if it's more than $500. So in the end, if you feel like, hey, I already love it and everything you do, this is a really cool way to enter my world. And of course, it's also part of the riches if you feel like, okay, let's do it. Let's spend a whole year together. And yeah, this is going on right now. The personal insights, where I'm sharing, where you are basically the paparazzi without being a paparazzi. You just can receive everything. Then we have the riches, the 1 year journey to everything I'm offering. And next week we have the masterclass about receiving. And if you feel like, hey, I really know how to make money and I just desire to receive money, and I actually don't know what that really is and how to do it and how to implement and like tell me more about it, this masterclass is for you next week. It's only $222, yes. And we're still in the early bird price till today. So this is all beautiful. So many cool things popping up. Thank you for being here. Spread the word. If you're watching the replay, send some love, send some likes, say hi. Don't be a crazy stalker that just watches but doesn't say hi. I love you, and I will see you here again. No, it's not true. I was gonna say I will see you here next Friday for the next weekly money magic talk, but it's not true because you're gonna sign up for the masterclass, so I will see you before that. And this is a link. And you, hi Shapana. So many people just joined. I'm just seeing, love you too, guys. Just seeing your names now. Has World Official. Hey Corinna. Hey Connie. Hey Stephanie. Hey Erzy. See, all of a sudden everyone can say hi. No crazy stalkers. Yes, so I'm so happy to have you in community. And we're currently in the golden phase, meaning till the end of the year, it's all gonna be about manifestation. Manifestation of partners, manifestation of relationships, manifestation of success, whatever that means to you, manifestation of money. So I love you. I will see you on the internet somewhere here. Mwah.